Gary, 1-1 draw away to Crusaders here today. You must be absolutely delighted, particularly with the second half performance.
Yeah, I think the first half we were well in the game, but it took them to score for us to settle, I think, and we felt it was just a wee bit powder puff. We felt that the players could give that extra 5-10%, and that was the message at half time, that we could really get after this Crusaders team. As strange as that sounds, at Seaview it's notoriously difficult to come, but and I felt the second half performance, we certainly, on the balance of play and on the balance of chances, we thoroughly deserved the equalising goal.
And there were more chances outside of the goal as well. I mean, Adam Sally has a couple of headers. Adam Carroll obviously has the chance leading up to the goal. Brian Healy has a shot as well. I mean, it wasn't a case of just sort of, seeing it out and hoping to nick a chance. You really sort of took the game to Crusaders.
Yeah, no, and that was the message, as I say, and we really felt that there was a slight vulnerability maybe with them at the minute, given the results of late, and we sort of wanted to get after them, and I felt we should have equalised sooner. But absolutely delighted that we did equalise, and as I say, certainly on the balance of play and of chances, I think nobody that was at the game today could suggest that we didn't deserve it.
Is the most pleasing aspect of that, you go 1-0 down after 12 or 13 minutes and able to see the game out to half time and then sort of change tack in the second half, and then we have seen obviously at times this season we conceded one, we conceded a second very quickly. Is that a real pleasing part of it?
Absolutely, and it's something that obviously we've been trying to fix. We haven't just quite got it yet, and today's performance doesn't necessarily cure it either, but it's really pleasing that we were able to reset and go again, and again it's talking about mental toughness and togetherness of the group. And listen, over the last couple of months it hasn't went as I would have hoped, as the players would have hoped, and definitely as the supporters would have hoped, but I hope that watching that today they see a team that is playing for the shirt first and foremost, and willing to do whatever it takes to try to get results against these good footballing sides. And I think in terms of the players, full credit to them for sticking up to the challenge and then embracing it and essentially nearly winning the battle towards the end, and that's the most pleasing thing for me.
In terms of preparation for the game, obviously you're coming off the back of two really tough defeats, and particularly last week at home it was very demoralising for everybody associated with the club. But did you do anything different this week in terms of preparation?
Yeah, listen, we took stock, and I certainly done plenty of soul searching over the last couple of weeks, and we're sort of just looking for wee things to try to angle to try to get more out of ourselves, out of the group, and certainly we changed it up this week on Tuesday night, and I fundamentally believe that it helped in the result today. And it's something that we've got to push forward now and keep with. And as I say, it's about that togetherness and that mental toughness that against adversity that we will bounce back. And it's just really about reminding the players, that everybody that laces up their boots, or any coach that comes out to take a warm up, wants to be in our position. And it's not Groundhog Day every day, and that's fundamentally important, I think, as well in these bad runs, because we are the envy of every other player, every other coach, every other supporter in the country that we're playing here at Seaview today in the top tier, and the players can't forget that, and certainly I think they delivered on more on some of that today, and we're delighted.
In terms of, obviously it's a positive result, and we don't want to obviously get carried away as well. It's still a point, and obviously Ballymena, our closest rivals, have got a point today against Larne. But I mean, in terms of a confidence boost moving forward, how important a result and a performance more so can this be? Yeah, no,
it's huge, and as I say, we try not to get too low on the lows, as difficult as that may be, and we'll certainly not get too high on the highs, because it's one result. It's a good result, yes, and we talked about it as well. If we can get a performance to bring a result to then build momentum, that's essentially it in a nutshell, and that's what we're hopeful for. But now I suppose the standard has been set for that togetherness, that mental toughness, that defending of our backs and going the other way. We were a threat, so we can't fall flat then on Tuesday night, and that's got to be the message, that now that we've set these standards, we can't dip below them.
And obviously, I mean, a lot of people will look forward to next Friday night's game against Ballymena, but as you touched on there, League Cup quarter-final away at Dungannon on Tuesday night. I mean, how important is it to build on this performance and obviously get ourselves into the semi-final of a huge competition?
Well, I think both teams probably, when they seen the draw, they're licking their lips, thinking that they could get to a semi-final of what's a huge competition. We'll rest and recover first and foremost, and see how the bodies are after what was a tough shift today, and the squad is being stretched, and we'll see who we have available, but we'll certainly be prepared to go and give a good account of ourselves first and foremost at Dungannon, which we didn't the last time, and take it from there. And as I say, if we get the performance levels, I've no doubt that results will take care of themselves, and if we build momentum going into what's a huge game on Friday night, then that's where we want to be.
And just lastly on that huge game, obviously nothing's changed today. Obviously both teams have got points. We've talked about the home form. Obviously it's important now to build on this away form and another good away performance, and take it into the home form and really get a positive result in what is, you touched on, a huge game.
Yeah, and listen, our home form is something that needs to change, and needs to change very quickly. If we could put our finger on what it was, it would help. But listen, we'll be raring to go on Friday night again under the lights with the backing of the supporters. And I think as Darren King spoke about during the week, that they're a huge part of the club, and again it's something that we've reminded the players of, and we'll be doing our damnedest to get a result for ourselves and for them on Friday night.